Hey everybody, welcome to the Good Morning from the Chicken Coop podcast. My name is Kim Johnson and I am a master mindset coach, creative strategist, and also happen to be a farmer. This is my chicken coop and I come out here every day to record a podcast, to teach distinctions, possibilities, new ways of thinking, and just bring some joy into the world. So welcome to the coop and let's start your day off in a fantastic way. Hey everybody, good morning. I have two girls who are convalescing in the garage still, and they've graduated to going out into the garden, fenced off from everybody else during the day. But these little girls, they're just something else, and they're in here in the air conditioning, relaxing, so I feel they're very safe. Now, I did this, and I'm bringing them up into this conversation today for a good reason. I listen to my gut often. And I just knew they had to be separated. And I don't often separate my chickens. I really tend to try to keep everybody together because it tends to make them feel happier when they're all with their flock. Obviously, they're flock animals, so they need friends. And I like to keep them together. But sometimes you have to separate them. And I listen to my gut on these things. And that's what this is about today, listening to your gut. I had a lot of people talking to me yesterday about testimony from Fauci and all the stuff that was going on. And, I am not a political person. I'm the first one to admit I know what's going on enough to know for my clients, but I don't really partake in it because I realize that we only know fractions of what we think we know. They never tell you the complete truth. And when you think you know, you don't. And it's very hard to even discern all the information because a lot of it is scrubbed from what we can find out. So you're making decisions on limited information, fractured information, and that in itself is maddening. I just don't get involved with it for these very reasons. Now, watching the testimony, watching him take the fifth, all of this, it was infuriating people. And I was getting messages about it, people who have been hurt by it. I actually have clients who have been hurt by the vaccination. And they're absolute just feeling overwhelmingly taken advantage of. And in that conversation, often what comes out is, I just knew it. I knew I shouldn't have done it. Or I knew that there was something wrong. And we say to ourselves, I have this gut feeling, but we don't pay attention to the gut feeling. Oftentimes, we shut it down. We say, I still have to do it. I have this gut feeling, but I'm still going to do X, Y, and Z because that's the thing everybody else is doing, or everyone's saying you have to do it, or whatnot. And we know, especially through that time, it was chaos because it was threatened that you couldn't have your job. I mean, people lost their jobs. Medical professionals who would not take the vaccine actually lost their jobs. Other people who worked in companies who wouldn't, take the vaccine lost their jobs. It was emotional terrorism, in my opinion. And even though you were listening to your gut, you still had all these other things happening, and you had all this other stuff being put upon you. And it rocked people's worlds because they started to question, should they listen to their gut? And here we are these many years later, and we're seeing that, well, maybe we should have listened to our gut. And now we have to recalibrate ourselves. Now, take that whole situation out. How often do you listen to your gut? How often do you find yourself looping back to, I knew and I didn't do it. I knew, but I can still continued on with whatever I was doing. This is where it gets tricky, my friends, because you have to start paying attention to what is my gut saying. And if you want to really know how to navigate it, the first thing you do is stop telling yourself you can't listen to it. Just don't listen to it at the height of your emotion. Say, I need to take some time to contemplate this. My personal rule for myself is I give myself a timeout and I say, I need 24 hours to think about this. And then I give myself the time. And the end of 24 hours, if I'm still up and agitated, I'll say, I need another 24 hours. Now that may sound silly, and unless it's an emergency situation, I actually like doing it now because it takes my big, heavy emotion out of it. It gives me the time to process and think, okay, wait a second. I know I need to pause. I know I need to do something differently. So I'm going to pause and do something differently. And then I don't feel the pressure. So you have the ability to do this. You do not have to feel, no one's forcing you to hurry up and do anything except us. So I highly encourage you, hit the pause button, put the time frame on yourself, put yourself in an emotional timeout until you can decide, because it will make all the difference and it will make you feel better. And then you will really be listening to your gut, which is often so right. All right, my friends, I hope you have a blessed day and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.